Hi, my gardening friends. I'm Lark, and I'm in Wisconsin, Zone 5. I'd like to show you an update on my raised cinder block beds. And it's been probably about, a month since I did an update on it. This is my new asparagus patch, and I fence almost everything in here so the bunnies don't get it. And I planted it in October. And I'm getting a few asparagus, but that's it. Just hoping the root is good, so I'm going to watch and see if it sends up its fronds. I'm hoping it does. I use the lasagna method of putting in layers of leaves and grass clippings and compost and worm castings and azomite, and layered that last year. So I'm hoping that's good. Here I use the cinder blocks. And I can tell you that this is a very nice method compared to using wood. It's easy for an older person like myself to move around the blocks. If you can't lift them, you can roll them. But put it into any shape you want. I plant in the holes too, but I'm finding these are my raspberries, and raspberries love to travel. And I thought that the cinder blocks would contain the raspberries into that garden there. But they're coming outside of it, which I dig up the suckers and I plant them down in the wild area. But the thing is I have to just plant annuals in these beds here, in these holes, because the raspberries start to come through, and I'm sure it's competing with the root of the perennial. And these are perennial herbs on this side here. So I'm no longer putting perennials over by the raspberries. It'll be just annuals. My basils are going to go in front here. I have quite a bit of holy basil that I started because I want to dry a lot of that. It's a very beneficial tea. I planted peas in the back part because they'll be tall enough and get sun before these raspberries get too tall. So I'm trying the peas in there. Put these tops of some small trees or saplings of the speckled elder. They make an excellent free trellis. Did the same here on this trellis. This is an old gazebo that I found at the dump, and my husband put it up as a trellis for me. And I planted more peas in here, sugar snap peas. Put the saplings in to help them stay, because there isn't too much for them to attach to on this aluminum. So I put the twigs in to help, since I have a whole woods full of these. But the peas will grow, and then I kept area for a couple of cherry tomatoes. One will be Donna's bumblebee cherry tomato that she sent me, and another will be a Juliet cherry tomato. I have radicchio and some radaceous, I think that's called, and butter crunch, and mashi. It's doing good. Over here, a tomato will go too, but in the meantime, I have some luncheon onions that I planted, some more succession planting of lettuce, that's butter crunch and radaceous. I like that red. And some more radicchio and some broccoli. And my chamomile's reseeding all over here. And calendula was here last year, so that's popping up. Borage is popping up over here. And all of my cilantro's coming back, so that's great. Now right along this, back of this, there used to be a greenhouse, I am planting the Vortex pole beans. And I got them started in 4-inch pots on the rolling shelf greenhouse. In the meantime, the lettuce is there, and I've gotten 3 cuttings off of it already. So any of you who say, you know, the paper towel method and starting things indoors and growing them in pots for a while is a waste of time, that you should just plant it in the ground and it'll catch up. No, not here in Wisconsin. I've had 3 cuttings off of my lettuce already. And that's great for here, especially this year because it's so cold. This is my kale. Nehru, I think it is, Tuscana kale. Broccoli, kale, Swiss chard, bright lights, kale, more broccoli, and my, what are those called? Kohlrabi. And so far no slugs, Patrick. I bought slug bait, but no slugs yet. Yay. Some beets, planted really close here, but enough for the bulbs to get big. Radishes. I just put a thin layer of green grass clippings on here too. Very thin, so it'll be okay. Celery. This is all celery. And tiny lettuce again. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going too fast here. Just tiny lettuce. I don't have to show you all this. Radaceous, butter crunch, radaceous again. Some radishes, because I'm still eating the radishes that were growing in my south windows and are on the deck right now. I'm still harvesting from those. So these will be ready in a couple weeks. Good succession planting. I'm finally learning not to plant everything all at once. These are some onions, very thin. I don't know if you can even see them. But I just planted them last Monday or Tuesday. And they are, let's see, what am I planting here? Red wing and, Alyssa Craig, or something like that, Craig. It's supposed to be a nice size onion. And here is my red vein sorrel coming back from last year, so it's perennial. This works very good, having a raised bed, doing the lasagna method of gardening. It builds the soil for me. I had very sandy soil. Okay, over here is my new raised bed. I had a bed here, not as big, and there didn't have the cinder blocks around it. Garlic's doing okay. Okay, in these holes. Another succession of kohlrabi, for when those bigger ones over there are done. These are onions, candy onions. I have a row of beets, and I have some more started on my deck. Mustard green, Japanese red mustard, butter crunch lettuce. I'm having trouble with bok choy. Just wants to go to seed on me. And it certainly hasn't been hot here. I just covered over here too with grass clippings. Mashi, spinach, some parsley. It's working out good here. This is some more, what did I call that? Pak choy. Some wild marjoram. Perennial. And more broccoli. We'll see how a broccoli does in these holes. And let's see, this is winter thyme. This is supposed to be good in Wisconsin. I have creeping thyme over in the other garden. And then more peas on here, on the back. Can you see them? So I'm trying to get every inch taken care of with planting something to eat. Mashi, kale, more broccoli, some chives, Swiss chard, cilantro, celery. So when it gets warmer, cucumbers are going on there. I have 3 nice size cucumbers that are growing in the house, and some that are seeded and waiting. No, I planted them in 4-inch pots, but they only have 1 set of true leaves on them. Got 3 that have like 4 sets of leaves on. So they will go there. My tomatoes will be here and there. These are my carrots, and they're ever so lightly carrots coming up. I used a salt shaker to spread them this year. It seemed to work a little better. I seem to drop too many when I use my hand. Okay, do I have time? Oh, bye-bye, you guys.